The family of Agbiko. In the small African village of Kpedze, Agbiko, a kind and gentle man, lived with his 3 daughters, Mawusi, Mawunyo, and Fafali. Fafali was his daughter from a previous marriage, while Mawusi and Mawunyo were his biological daughters with his current wife, Bubune. Bubune was a wicked and cruel woman who treated Fafali with contempt and disdain. One day, Agbiko fell ill, and Bubune saw this as an opportunity to manipulate him. She began to poison his mind against Fafali, telling him that she was a bad influence on their daughters and that he should send her away. Agbiko, trusting his wife, began to believe her lies. Meanwhile, Fafali noticed the change in her father's behavior towards her and became worried. She confided in her sisters, Mawusi and Mawunyo, who were also concerned about their father's health and their stepmother's schemes. As Agbiko's condition worsened, Bubune's wicked plans unfolded. She convinced him to send Fafali to live with her aunt in a nearby village, claiming it would be better for her. Fafali was heartbroken, but she had no choice but to obey her father's wishes. As Fafali prepared to leave, Mawusi and Mawunyo begged their father to reconsider, but he refused to listen. Bubune's grip on Agbiko tightened, and Fafali was forced to leave the only home she had ever known. Fafali's journey. Fafali set out on the long journey to her aunt's village, feeling sad and alone. She had never been separated from her father and sisters before, and the thought of living with a stranger was daunting. As she walked, she encountered many challenges, including treacherous terrain and wild animals. After many hours of walking, Fafali finally arrived at her aunt's village. She was greeted by her aunt, who was kind and welcoming. Fafali was relieved to find a warm and loving home, but she couldn't shake off the feeling of being separated from her family. Meanwhile, back in Kpedze, Bubune's wickedness continued to unfold. She convinced Agbiko to disinherit Fafali and leave all his wealth and property to Mawusi and Mawunyo. Agbiko, still under Bubune's spell, agreed to her demands. Mawusi and Mawunyo were horrified when they discovered what their father had done. They tried to reason with him, but he refused to listen. They knew they had to find a way to bring Fafali back home and restore justice to their family. The sisters' plan. Mawusi and Mawunyo decided to visit Fafali in her aunt's village, hoping to come up with a plan to bring her back home. When they arrived, they found Fafali to be strong and determined, despite her difficult circumstances. Together, the 3 sisters hatched a plan to expose Bubune's wickedness and restore Fafali's rightful place in their father's heart. They decided to gather evidence of Bubune's cruelty and manipulation, and to seek the help of the village elder, who was known for his wisdom and fairness. As they prepared to return to Kpedze, Fafali's aunt revealed a shocking secret: Bubune was not who she claimed to be. She was, in fact, a woman from a rival village, seeking revenge against Agbiko's family. This revelation strengthened the sisters' resolve to bring Bubune to justice. Upon their return to Kpedze, the sisters began to gather evidence of Bubune's deceit and manipulation. They discovered hidden potions and charms, and witnessed her using dark magic to control their father's mind. With their evidence in hand, the sisters went to the village elder, who agreed to help them. Together, they concocted a plan to expose Bubune's wickedness and free their father from her grasp. The confrontation. The village elder, Mawusi, Mawunyo, and Fafali devised a plan to confront Bubune and expose her wickedness. They would perform a ritual to break her hold on Agbiko, and then confront her with the evidence they had gathered. The day of the confrontation arrived, and the village elder led the procession to Agbiko's hut. Bubune, sensing something was amiss, tried to flee, but the sisters and the elder cornered her. The village elder began the ritual, chanting and dancing to break Bubune's spell. Agbiko, now freed from her control, looked at Bubune with newfound clarity. He saw the evil in her eyes and realized his mistake. Mawusi, Mawunyo, and Fafali presented their evidence, revealing Bubune's true identity and her sinister plans. The villagers, who had gathered to watch the confrontation, gasped in shock and outrage. Bubune, enraged and humiliated, tried to attack the sisters, but the villagers restrained her. The village elder declared her guilty of witchcraft and manipulation, and banished her from the village forever. Agbiko, filled with regret and gratitude, embraced his daughters, welcoming Fafali back into the family with open arms. From then on, the family lived in harmony, free from Bubune's wicked grasp. The happy reunion. With Bubune gone, the family was finally at peace. Agbiko apologized to Fafali for his mistake and welcomed her back into the family with open arms. Mawusi and Mawunyo rejoiced at their family's reunion, and the three sisters lived happily together once more. As a symbol of their newfound unity, Agbiko gave each of his daughters a special gift, a golden necklace with a small charm in the shape of a lioness, representing strength, courage, and family bonds. From then on, the family prospered, and their village became a symbol of harmony and love. The sisters grew up to be wise and kind women, always remembering the lessons they learned from their experiences with Bubune. The villagers would often gather to hear the story of the wicked stepmother and the brave sisters who defeated her, and the tale became a legendary reminder of the power of family, love, and unity. And so, Fafali, Mawusi, and Mawunyo lived happily ever after, their bond growing stronger with each passing day, a shining example of the unbreakable ties of sisterhood and family.